I'm always afraid when I mail my pee in that it's gonna leak on someone. Ooh, new nightmare just dropped. I'm always afraid when I have to mail my pee in that some ne'er-do-well, some nasty individual is gonna grab my pee and then like drink it all up. Gross, can you imagine? Haha, that would be so weird. Book of Revelations? Yes, 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 yes! I will absolutely be taking the heck out of that. Alright, we will take sulfuric acid tears. I'm not going to turn my nose up at that. The ability to break all kinds of rocks and also get access to any secret room we may please ourselves with. Yeah, that's right. Watch as I proceed to pleasure myself with this rock. I'm not going to do that. But you could imagine it and, maybe write some fan fiction about it. That would be cool. And of course, I'm talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm not going to put, some Randy Andy piece of gravel down my... Whoa! Hold on. Let's not get into the sounding discussion just yet. And wow! Fellas, things are looking very, very good for the believers right now. Getting the stopwatch on top of just being a character that is goated and also sauced up? Okay. I think we're going to win. Oh, and we got the random Forge hitting us with the wow, yeah. Heck yeah, dude. You better believe I ain't even going to be stopping my gameplay to be doing flips, at least not right now with a run so powerful. Dude, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself, and I'm feeling good. Myself is feeling good. That's how I'm feeling when I'm feeling myself. I feel good. Oh, and growth hormones too. These are both very valuable, but I think we have to go with the lusty blood. And you know what? I didn't even consider taking the both of them because I'm too busy being tainted lost pilled, only able to take one. But I'm gonna go high volatility, fellas. I'm going down, deep, and dirty. No, I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan. I am going to use these bombs to blow up this fella. And I was thinking about using the tower card, but I decided it would probably not be worthwhile and take longer. And hey, Judas Tongue, giving us high value permanently. Okay. I love betraying Christ. Let's freaking go, dude. Who wouldn't turn in Jesus, the savior of humanity, into the Roman authorities to be crucified? OMG, not me. They swallowed my tongue. No, this is sexual harassment. I cannot believe this. Who would swallow my tongue? I should. More often than I do, I should swallow my tongue. But that's besides the point. I've never thought about it before, but that is kind of an interesting turn of phrase. To swallow your tongue. Swallowing somebody else's tongue is like, that's a sex thing. But if you swallow your own tongue, that's, you're gonna not say something. It's actually hold your tongue now that I'm thinking about it. It's not swallowing your tongue, because swallowing your tongue is something you do when you're having a seizure and people try to put a wallet in your mouth or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's like a myth, that people swallow their tongues, or maybe it's not a myth, but it is overstated and dangerous, and you shouldn't be trying to put your fingers anywhere near somebody's mouth while they're seizing, even if those fingers are connected to, like a hardy leather wallet, or even a Ridge wallet. There's an eyeball. So that's gonna make my melee do less, but it is funny. Do I want inner eye? No! Alright, you know what? Actually, not bad. I think I like Rotten Tomatoes there over inner eye, because what inner eye is going to do, it does give me triple shot, and I like triple shot, but that's going to make my whip out, how long it takes me to get my baby out of my belly is going to increase significantly, and as a result of that, I'm not whipping as many people in the face there. But at the very least, Rotten Tomatoes is going to allow us to stay whipping and also cause other enemies to fight Hush, and Hush do be spawning a couple enemies. How does this work? Okay, that's very strange and also very funny, and I like it, but also it's, not very helpful at all. That's a reference to 2016 memes. That's right, Lord Farquaad, or Markiplier's face put on Lord Farquaad's body. And you know what? I'll absolutely be taking Dark Bum here, because it looks like we're spirit maxing the heck out of our life. Ah, look at these guys. Don't multiply in my face. Do not multiply in my face. No! Okay, you know what happened there? I shot out my fetus. My fetus was covered in acid because my blood is made of acid. Catch me being a xenomorph. OMG, mommy alert. But the Spike Rocks got me because of that. Because they have such a freaking overinflated hitbox. It was no bueno. And you can see I almost had it happen there again. Squeezy! Ooh, I love squeezing my balls in a vice because cock and ball torture is good for you. Make that song your custom join call noise on Discord. You know, that is a very valuable idea. However, I think I'm going to decline on the premises of, I think I will get blocked by everybody on the planet. All right, we're up against Mom here. We're totally going to be taking the negative. Although, taking the Polaroid wouldn't be bad either, since we get that invincibility. You know what? I've convinced myself. Rather than grab the Dabblage, you're gonna grab the Polarusi. Do we do Boss Rush? It could be kind of funny. Like, I might as well take it. It's free. Let's do some window shopping. All of these, I sleep. I do see Bum Boy. That could give us Super Bum, but the probability of that ever happening is basically 0, especially since we're not going to have any more treasure rooms going forward. So, sadly, I think we're just going down to the next floor here. I got an overinflated hitbox for you right here. No, Jim Boom, if that overinflation lasts for longer than 3 hours, you should contact a medical professional because it could be life-threatening. And also, haha, inflation fetish, anyone? I would like my balls to explode.
Aegon, earlier you said you wanted them to be crushed. What's the truth in the matter? It seems like you're giving us mixed signals.
Well, I'll leave that as an exercise to the reader. I wonder if I stepped on the mask. You think Batman would value me? Nobody cared who I was until I stepped on the mask. Experimental pill? Speed up, range down. Just keep giving me speed up, range down pills, dude. I don't want anything else, brother. That's all I want. All I want for Christmas is experimental pharmaceuticals. Ooh, baby, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I know, oh, and that is I would like to have a stem cell harvested from me. I'm sorry. Darkroom gives us nothing for Pandora's box. I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna use it just to feel something, because that's how I am. And this big nerf. Blood of the Martyr. This will give me 5 cents to donate to the machine. Nah, I'm taking the damage upgrade. Clap? I have the clap? No. This is truly a sorrowful occasion. I have acquired a venereal disease. Fanoodle. I'm trying. I will never have sex. How far up? So everybody always talks about how far away like your cousins can be before it's like not incest anymore, right? What about how far up the family tree can you go until it becomes incest? Like, if you perform the do with your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, is that still incest? Because, like, at some point, it becomes, like, you basically don't even know each other, right? Incestors! Yo! Somebody make a new freaking Netflix show about that. Meet the Incestors. There's Chuck, Cletus, Philobob, Marianne, and Cletus 2. Cletus Jr., yes. That's a perfect name. No offense to all my Cletuses out there, or my Clitorises. Shout out to the Clits. We love them. But the Cleats, on the other hand, are only really used on the track and field. Also, are we getting the broken stopwatch and the stopwatch effect together against Hush here right now? Because I actually think that is what is happening right now. And it's a little funny, because it's so slow. They're so slow. What? I didn't take damage there. That's made up. I can't believe this. Ask Cain. He must know. If we follow the Bible, he did incest. True! You know what? Let me go play as Cain next, and we can ask him ourselves. Get it straight from the horse's mouth. Although it's not a horse that we're playing as. That would be, I don't know, the pony? Is there a horse person? Anybody? Uma Musume? Anybody? Haha. This is an anime reference. Oh, look at that. We got He made one child! Well... by Flight Rising rules, it's 7 generations, and what is... Hold on, what is the Flight Rising rules? And Dr. Rudy G. Numpad is stating that it depends on the genes. So it has to... Is incest determined by the genetic similarity, or is it determined by familial relations? We're getting mixed signals here. I have a doctor telling me one thing, and then I have an anxious skeleton telling me another. Which of these is the truth? None of us will know. It's a time-honored riddle that not even J.R.R. Tolkien could solve. The greatest of all the riddlers. That's right. People don't think J.R.R. Tolkien actually played as the Riddler in one of the Batman adaptations, but they're just wrong, because he did do that. And no, it wasn't just my dreams, okay? I know it was true. My uncle works at DC Comics, so it has to be true. Flight Rising is a virtual pet site, so you breed dragons to get different color combos. There's a lot to unpack there, but you know, I have decided not to unpack any of it. I almost just considered going up the Ray of Light, completely forgetting that we're literally trying to fight delirium here. Oops. If you're talking biologically, then it depends on the genetics a lot, but if you're talking familial and societal, then it's probably always incest. Really? Okay, Dr. Rudy G. Numpad, if that is even your real name, I will have you know that due to all of humanity sharing a common ancestor, a la, you know, the evolution of mankind as a whole, there has to be some level that it's not considered incest, because otherwise it's always incest. Having any relationships, whether they are between your mother or your brother or your 17th cousin 69 times removed. Dude, I just got a permanent stat upgrade? From Death's List? Impossible. I simply don't believe it. But we all share a common ancestor, right? So at some point, it can't be, societally at least. I'm sure lots of people don't even think about this because it's like an unconscious thing for the most part. And really, what this is we're getting into the semantics of what is incest, right? What constitutes incest, because that's literally the discussion that we're having. And I think most people don't really care enough. And I feel like, honestly, this is just my guess, but I believe most people would probably say, like, once you get, like, third cousin territory, you're probably in the clear. Maybe I'm crazy, though. If other people disagree with me, feel free to comment as well. That would be a valuable input. But I really feel like if you are sharing, like, if you have to go up the chain to your great-great-grandmother to find a genetic line between the two, that's already, like, you're basically strangers. Unless you live in, like, the craziest freaking dynastic family that ever exists. Like the Duck Dynasty, I will walk directly into the fire. The rule we decided in high school was, if you're close enough to know how you're related, you're too close. What if you, okay, but that's biased against... I know that's probably just like a rule of thumb thing, and obviously you get into like the exceptions, you know. What if there's like an ignorance moment? What if somebody, you know, accidentally marries their biological sister? That would totally be incest, but if they're ignorant about it because of X, Y, and Z circumstances, then that means it's not incest, right? Obviously, there's a million different ways you can pick apart every single hypothetical definition for what is and is not incest, right? But, you know, that's also part of the fun of the semantic argument. If you can even call, you know, getting into the nitty-gritty of the semantics of any given definition fun. Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream a Tumblr sexy man, right? Because part of me feels like that is absolutely, with somebody who's like so psychopathic and also cunning and clever and cruel, there's gotta be some Tumblrista out there that is completely and totally pogging out of their gourd at an anthropomorphized am. There has to be. Because if there wasn't, I would be living in a fantasy land. And clearly I do not live in a fantasy land. I live in the real world where I am a VTuber and a skeleton, and my balls are inflamed because of a venereal disease. Be it Darwinism or creationism, we are all from the same family. Very true, very true. Although there are technically, you could get into arguments that if you have like a different Neanderthal line that there was like interbreeding between, then potentially you could descend from disparate groups, but then you'd be tracing back the Neanderthal line, and that would also have the same. And unless there's two abiogenesis events that took place on Earth, which I'm not saying that there's not, but given that we haven't found intelligent life or any form of life, not just necessarily intelligent life, elsewhere in the universe, I'm going to be honest and tell you that I think abiogenesis is not nearly as probable as would be, would warrant two separate events on the same family. And also, as a result of that, we also would totally have two completely different lines of evolution from the multicellular situation, and there would probably be some sort of evidence of that, though I'm also not an evolutionary biologist, so I can't tell you whether or not that is and is not true. I can instead just, think and do what a science fiction author does best and make shit up as I go. I mean, that's technically what all authors do, right? They just make things up. It happened, Aegon. I'm pretty sure I heard such a case of someone marrying a sister brother because of adoption. Right. And from Inhumans, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is 1000% a Tumblr sexy man. All right, the doctor is in, fellows. They have given me conclusive evidence That Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a Tumblr sexy man. Are you gonna argue with the doctor? That's what I thought. Get owned, bozo. Also, I didn't mention it, but we picked up Dingleberry, and Dingleberry kind of based. I love having Dingleberries. It's just a nice little supplement to my, You guys already know the joke. I don't even have to finish it. I don't have to finish anything. The only thing I'm finishing is the Dingleberry. Hey-o! Whoa! Yeah, baby, I'm eating I'm sorry. I have a bigger question. Why anthropomorphize the character? I mean, actually, you know what? That is a good question, Shiki Senri. And I think it is in human nature to anthropomorphize pretty much everything. I mean, a lot of creation myths pretty much are made from, you know, the biological or the psychological desire to anthropomorphize anything and everything. You know, to take the unknown and make it known via making it like us, so to speak, right? So I kind of think that is a, I don't want to say evolutionary because it's not necessarily, like, how would that benefit you in evolution? And I gotta be honest with you, I don't freaking know. But also, Aegon, even counting that, we all descend from the same single-cell organism in the primordial soup. Right, that's what I was talking about with the abiogenesis, right? If there's two abiogenesis events, then technically there's not the primordial soup. You know what? I think you're referring to even further back, before even the abiogenesis event. You could technically say we're all incest because we're made from that same giant boom from the Big Bang, right? You know, so technically we're all the same space dust that was birthed by our big daddy, you know, the universe. So technically, everything is incest! Alright, fellas. Unified incest theory just dropped. Turns out there is no non-incestual relationships. Everything is incest. We have determined the truth of the matter, and Dr. G. Rudy Numpad will inform us that this is 100% accurate, and they have scientific studies concluding that is the case, too. Thank you. Until we find aliens. Right. Well, if we're talking, like, extra-dimensional aliens, okay, I don't even want to get into the whole incest and multiverse theory kind of thing, because that, when you start talking about that, that's when I will stand there and take the damage. I do not care. My man is asleep at the wheel. I'm letting Jesus take the wheel. After I, you know, betrayed Jesus and sent him to, you know, Pontius Pilate to get crucified, L plus ratio, I'm doing a Fortnite dance on the cross. After I condemned Jesus, you better believe I completely lost it. I lost the plot. It's gone. I was too busy loathing myself, so now there is no bit. The bits are gone. My clothes are off, and I'm asking you to join me in performing this ritualistic dance to summon Shabnub Shabadoobie, Skibbity Bop, my favorite of the Lovecraftian Great Old Ones. Oh, Great Old One incest. Now, let's talk about that. Actually, let's not, because reasons that I decided on arbitrarily. Yeah, I will fight, Delirium, and I will win. Watch this. Get owned, fool. You are just a little baby man. My infinite strength and enormous poop army shall defeat you. Post haste. Please post haste in the chat. Can we get some haste posting? I'm looking for, William Hastings, the, conqueror of the, Saxon Isles, aka Great Britain. It's not William Hastings, I don't think. I'm not a history main. You think I play history games? You think I play Age of Empires 2? Heck no, dude. I'm a fool. I'm a dumb idiot. I ain't never gonna go to college. I'm never gonna get a girlfriend, and I'm never gonna talk to anybody. I'm also never gonna give you up, but I will let you down. I will run around and desert you. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna say goodbye, and I am going to. I don't know what the rest of the song is. I don't read. Enough WikiLeaks articles. What does that have to do? I don't know. Look, I'm just saying things. Sometimes a homie's just gotta say things. And thank you, Anxious Skeleton, for the haste posting in chat. You better believe a homie's gonna hit you with the haste when they need it most. Just like, there's probably a Jesus joke in there somewhere, right? Yeah, I'm being sacrilegious. Aegon being extremely sacrilegious on stream? No way. Impossible. Also, how do you guys like the title joke? I thought it was a little clever. I thought I was a little bit funny, you know, because, haha, look, Seventh-day Adventists, they practice, that's the sacred day where they worship, right? And now I'm because I'm on Saturday playing Isaac, which is funny haha religion game. Now I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. And yo, Patella, welcome in. Wow, yeah. Catch me almost getting freaking stepped on, trying to do a flip in the middle of this fight. But hey, you know what? I actually am 1,000,000,000,000% going to defeat this enemy. There is no probability that I lose. And if there is, then God, strike me down right now. Ha, I am an epic, enlightened atheist, so God is incapable of harming me. Yes. Defeat? No! The only defeat I want is when I remove somebody else's feet so I can add them to my personal feet collection. I'm just gonna let that sit for a while. Why am I blowing up mushrooms, by the way? I hate Mario. It's simple as. I don't make the rules. And you are right, Astral Softy. Rip the doubters. A new one, because there was no chance I was losing that run. Big freaking W. Believers, they are eating so scrumdiddlyumptious today that they are feeling good. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Paul.